Hey guys, and welcome. Today I wanted to do a bit of theorizing and discussing around Iratus, the brand new banished AI that's been introduced to us in Halo Infinite Season 2. We don't have a lot of lore around Iratus right now, but I'm hoping that we'll get a bit more towards the end of the interference event from Halo Infinite Season 2. Now, as always guys, leave your thoughts and theories down below in the comment, no matter how ridiculous they might be. Also, apologies if I sound a little bit different in this video as well as opposed to my usual videos. I'm on a bit of a break at the moment, so I've decided to take a very temporary setup with me to record some videos along the way. So yeah, not my usual environment, but hopefully it all works out well. But anyway guys, let's get straight into it. So, I actually believe that Dr. Halsey has something to do with the creation of Iratus. Not in the sense that this was like a side project of hers or she was working with the Banished directly, but because she's currently missing in the campaign. At the beginning of the Halo Infinite campaign, the UNSC Infinity was of course boarded and taken over by the Banished, which resulted in it crash landing on Zeta Halo. The likes of Halsey, Lasky, Palmer, and a bunch of other Spartans and crew members were also on the ship at the same time. A lot were KIA during the battle, but a lot evacuated to the ring. Now, I expect that Halsey would be classified as some form of VIP, right? She's literally the creator of the Spartan program, Cortana, and is probably responsible for so many other key areas in the UNSC's victory in the war against the Covenant. If she didn't make it off UNSC Infinity, I would imagine that the likes of Atriox and even the Banished would know who Dr. Halsey is or know of her in some capacity. After all, Atriox is a pretty smart guy. He ordered the Banished to infiltrate the UNSC Infinity in search of the weapon so that he could in fact lock down Cortana and then of course take over Zeta Halo. But he had no luck with that because the Chief had already taken the weapon to Zeta Halo before they infiltrated the UNSC Infinity. So, theory time. What if Atriox captured Dr. Halsey aboard the UNSC Infinity and brought her back to a Banished camp or HQ on Zeta Halo? Atriox could have made Dr. Halsey create the AI to help track down the Endless, or just generally to try and overpower Cortana, lock her down, and basically do the same job that the weapon would have done but for the Banished instead. The outcome of that was an AI molded around the clone of Atriox and used in the aid of the Banished to fight against humanity on the ring. Dr. Halsey could be in a Banished facility right now, or even on a Banished dreadnought, working as some form of prisoner and doing as what they say. And now with the disappearance of Atriox and Escharum being dead, maybe Iratus is now working with the next in command. Who that is, we don't know just yet, but I'm sure we will find out fairly soon. The Banished's next in command could have been trying to find out ways to strengthen the Banished even further. Of course, on the back of the defeat on Zeta Halo, the Banished want to try and strengthen themselves to become the most powerful faction in the universe, and potentially Halsey gave them intel that there was an old UNSC headquarters on planet Camber. Now, I want to draw your attention to Halo Waypoint because there's an article on there in relation to the creation of Iratus. Not on how he was created as such, but hinting at ways that he could have been created. And this is where things get really interesting. So I want to have a read of this and talk about it a bit further after, but before we do go into reading it, do you guys have any idea who these two people are? LV-106 and LV-038. These don't look like Spartan tags to me. For example, John 117 would be a Spartan tag. LV-106 and LV-038 do not look like that. They seem to be something different. Whether they're scientists or a part of Halsey's greater team, I don't really know. But let me know you guys down below if you have any suggestions as to who they might be. I'd be really interested to know because I've got no ideas. Starting off with the reading. According to the breach logs, the intrusion package was cycling an internally sourced encryption, but the retrieval signature was Jiral Hanai. I'm not surprised. Expanding our neural matrix donor pool beyond humanity was always going to draw some attention eventually. Knowing what they took, it does make complete sense. That project was a walled garden. No one on the outside should have even known about it. Looks like we're overestimating the strength of those walls. What would the Banished be able to do with our tech? How would they even know? I don't know. And nobody does at this point. And that's what scares me the most. Now, a couple of lines I want to draw you guys' attention to in particular. The first one, no one on the outside should have even known about it. And the second, according to the breach logs, the intrusion package was cycling an internally sourced encryption. Now, reading through the lines a little bit here, this would suggest that this is an inside job of some sort from someone in the UNSC, but by who? I personally think that this was Dr. Halsey. I mean, who else could it really have been? She was captured by the Banished on the back of the Infinity's takeover, interrogated by Atriox and the Banished, and that's how they found out about this secret project. He might have also tried to get another one of Halsey's clones, but instead she told him about this new project, and potentially it was a way that, because it's so untested or something that's not really had as much validity as what the Cortana project had, maybe it was at a risk that Atriox could have been killed by it, so maybe it was one of those things as well, and maybe it was a small chance that it could have worked, but unfortunately for Halsey it was successful. And on the back of Halsey telling Atriox about this in the Banished, that was Halsey breaching the systems and stealing the core, so that she could install it and create Iratus. For me, this is the best explanation that I have around this in explaining Iratus and how he was created. Unless there are actually UNSC members working with the Banished, this could be a viable explanation around the creation of Iratus, because realistically, as mentioned already, who else actually knows about how to do this? Who else other than Halsey was involved in the creation of the likes of Cortana and other smart AIs like it? I don't know, but if you do know, let me know down below in the comments. But guys, that's all we have time for today. Let me know your thoughts and theories down below. As mentioned, guys, I really appreciate the patience in terms of this very temporary setup. Let me know what you think down below. It'll be until maximum next week, and we're back to normal. But guys, leave a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're brand new. Speak soon, and take care.